I'm Luke Oldfield. We're at Tilehouse Studios. This is my recording studio that I run. I've been running the studio for 4 years as it is now. The studio was built in 1981 originally for my father, Mike Oldfield, but it wasn't used for about 20 years. The studio is professionally built by a studio architect designer called Eddie Veal, who's built studios for lots of people, including the Beatles. The structure of the studio is, acoustically designed to very high standard, and the rooms sound great, especially considering it's quite a small studio. The studio is called Tilehouse Studios for 3 reasons. It's located on Tilehouse Lane in Denham, which is just outside London, just outside West London, within the M25 and in the countryside. The second reason is because it's within an old tiled house, and the third reason, which most people who have been here will be familiar with, is because of the tiles in the live room. There are, as you'll see in the sessions, there are tiles covering half of the live room, which was a acoustic and aesthetic choice when the studio was built. Analog recording, people had to make decisions, which, they had to make decisions when they're recording and then live with them. And you can hear that on quite a lot of recordings, like people breathing, or there might be a slight mistake in someone's drum recording or guitar solo, but you just have to be like, well, I quite like that, and that's what I like about analog recordings and pre-80s recordings like Led Zeppelin and the Beatles. They all sound real and authentic, and quite often they have these little nuances, which is the nature of analog recording. Tilehouse Sessions is an opportunity for bands to come and record onto our tape machine. This is a Studer A800. It's a 16-track version. It's the Mark I. So it's one of the best sounding tape machines ever made. And I wanted to invite bands that I like, and who, most of them will be touring bands or playing a lot live, because the sessions are recorded 100% live to tape. So there's nowhere to hide. I like recording musicians and bands. It could be a singer-songwriter. I like recording artists who are playing their instruments, and so I wanted to invite bands to come and record onto tape. And once they've recorded onto tape, then I'll do an analog mix onto a smaller tape machine, a 2-track tape machine, which is how recordings used to be made before digital mixing came about. So I wanted to have a pure analog session, and so that's what Tilehouse Sessions is about. Pure analog recordings by bands playing 100% live.